Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world. This is Gloria White, and I'm coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we will be in the book of Enoch. And before we get into the scriptures that are in here, I would just want to tell you that bits and pieces of this book have been found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And there's other books that are missing, but there are bits and pieces of them as well that have not been included in the King James Version of the Holy Bible. The other thing that I'm excited about is I ordered on Amazon a copy of the 1611 Bible. And I just can't wait to get it because I know that there have been things that have been changed sometime in the 1800s. Things in the 1611 Bible began to get changed up and changed the meaning. And so I'm excited to get into the 1611 Bible to see, all about it. So the first thing we're going to do before we start reading the text of Enoch is we're going to go to chapter 6 in Genesis, in the Old Testament, in the King James Version of the Holy Bible. And we're going to read verses 1 through 4. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Verse 3, And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive or abide with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. And there were giants, or the Nephilim, mighty or fallen ones, in the earth in those days. Not in heaven, but in earth. And also, after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown, the giants. Which was why God destroyed the earth with water. And only Enoch, who is with Noah and his 3 sons. But Enoch is the great-grandfather of Noah. So, chapter 1 in the book of Enoch. The words of the blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the elect and righteous, who will be living in the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. And he took up his parable, and said, Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by God, saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angel showed me. And from them I heard everything, and from them I understood as I saw, but not for this generation, but for a remote one, which is for to come. Concerning the elect I said, and took up my parable concerning them. The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai, and appear from his camp, and appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. And all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake. And great fear and trembling shall seize them unto the ends of the earth. And the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be made low, and shall melt like wax before the flame, and the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder. Remember when he put his foot on one mountain and on the other, and the earth cleved, where it just split open? So, and the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish, and there shall be a judgment upon all men. But with the righteous he will make peace, and will protect the elect, and mercy shall be upon them, and they shall all belong to God, and they shall be prospered, and they shall all be blessed, and he will help them all, and light shall appear unto them, and he will make peace with them. And behold, he cometh with 10,000s of his holy ones, to execute judgment upon all, and to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness which they have ungodly committed, and of all the hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Chapter 2. Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in the heaven, how they all rise and set in order, each in its season, and transgress not against their appointed order. Behold ye the earth, and give heed to all the things which take place upon it from first to last. How steadfast they are, how none of the things upon earth change, but all the works of God appear to you. Behold, the summer and the winter, how the whole earth is filled with water, and clouds and dew and rain lie upon it. Chapter 3. Observe and see how in the winter all the trees seem as though they had withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees, which do not lose their foliage, but retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years, to the new comes. Talking about the evergreens. Chapter 4. And again, observe ye the days of summer, how the sun is above the earth over against it. And ye seek shade and shelter by reason of the heat of the sun, and the earth also burns with growing heat, and so you cannot tread on the earth or on a rock by reason of its heat. Oh, honey, are you okay? Oh my goodness, Mama threw the ball. She bumped her mouth. There you go. I'm so sorry. Chapter 5. Observe ye how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. Wherefore give ye heed and know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that liveth for ever hath made them so. And all his works go on thus from year to year forever, and all the tasks which they accomplish for him, and their task change not, but according as God hath ordained, so it is done. And behold how the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish and change not their task from his commandments. But ye have not been steadfast, nor done the commandments of the Lord. But ye have turned away and spoken proud and hard words, with your impure mouths against his greatness. O ye hard-hearted, ye shall find no peace. Therefore shall ye execrate your days, and the years of your life shall perish, and the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in eternal excretion. And ye shall find no mercy. In those days ye shall make your names an eternal execration unto all the righteous. And by you shall all who curse, And all the sinners and godless shall imprecate by you. And for you, the godless, there shall be a curse. And then there's like ... shall rejoice. And there shall be forgiveness of sins, and every mercy and peace and forbearance. There shall be salvation unto them, a goodly light. For all of you sinners there shall be no salvation. But on you all shall abide a curse. But for the elect there shall be light and joy and peace, and they shall inherit the earth. And then there shall be bestowed upon the elect wisdom. In my song, that he is the burning fire. And I say, and when he returns, he'll teach us things we've never known. So we will be bestowed with wisdom, and they shall all live and never sin again. And they who are wise shall be humble, and they shall not turn again transgress. And they shall not again transgress. Nor shall they sin all the days of their life, nor shall they die of the divine anger or wrath, but they shall complete the number of the days of their life, and their lives shall be increased in peace, and the years of their joy shall be multiplied in eternal gladness and peace all the days of their life. Oh, man. It's the same message that you get from the Bible. And it's just in different words, but it keeps getting better and better. So, chapter 6. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of the heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said one to another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and begot us children. And Simjazah, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swear they all together, and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all 200, who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon, because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. The story in the book of Genesis, in the beginning, when there was the problem with Eve being deceived and then deceiving Adam, that was Satan. These are the fallen angels. And these are the names of their leaders. And I'm going to do my very best, but I'm going to show you their names. Let's see, can you see them? They're right here. Now, I will do my best to pronounce these names. Most of them I've noticed end in an eel, but here we go. Simazaz, their leader. Arakiaba, Remiel, Kokabiel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Denel, Ezekiel, Berakijal, Aziel, Armaos, Bataril, Enatiel, Zakkiel, Samapiel, Sataril, Turiel, Jomjael, Sariel. These are their chiefs of tens. So each of these fallen angels were over 10 other angels. Chapter 7. And all the others with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one, and they began to go in unto them to defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments, and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, whose height was 3,000 eels, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. Chapter 8. And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth, and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Simjazah taught enchantments and root cuttings. Aros, the resolving of enchantments. Barakijal taught astrology. Kokobiel, the constellations. Ezekiel, the knowledge of the clouds. Arakiel, the signs of earth. Shamsiel, the signs of the sun. And Sariel, the course of the moon. And as men perished, they cried, and their cry went up to heaven. Chapter 9. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all the lawless being wrought upon the earth. And they said one to another, the earth made without inhabitant cries the voice of their crying up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men make their suit, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of the ages, Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, the throne of thy glory standeth unto all the generations of the ages, and thy holy and glorious, and blessed unto all the ages. Thy name holy, Thy name holy and glorious and blessed unto all the ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou. And all things are naked and open in thy sight, and thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. Thou seest what Azazel hath done, who hath taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were preserved in heaven, which men were striving to learn. And Simjazah, to whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates, And they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the women have borne giants, and the whole earth has thereby been filled with blood and unrighteousness. And now, behold, the souls of those who died are crying and making their suit to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have ascended, and cannot cease because of the lawless deeds which are wrought on the earth. And thou knowest all things before they come to pass. Thou seest these things, and thou dost suffer them, and thou dost not say to us what we are to do to them in regard to these. Chapter 10. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spake, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him. Now, let's stop right there. Hold on a second. Okay, so now if we go back to the book of Genesis and in chapter 5, and we start in chapter 5, and it says, "This is the book of the generations of Adam, in the day that God created man. In the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, which means mankind, in the day when they were created." And now, I'm not going to go into every descendant, the number of years they lived, and when they started having sons and daughters. I'm just going to list their names. You can go here to chapter 5 and check this out. So Adam begot Seth. Doesn't talk about Cain or Abel. Talks about his first descendant as being Seth. And Seth begot sons and daughters. And then Seth begot Enos. Then Enos begot Canaan. And Canaan begot Mahalaleel. And Mahaleel begot Jared. And Jared begot Enoch. Enoch begot Methuselah. Methuselah begot Lamech. And Lamech begot Noah. This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed. And Lamech lived, and he begot Noah. And then Noah was 100 years old, and he begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So, and we've already read chapter 6, verses 1 through 4. But this is just to give you the genealogy of how it is that Enoch is seventh from Adam. Enoch is seventh from Adam and the great-grandfather of Noah. Now let's see. Where was I? Ooh. Hold on a second. Let me find my place. Okay, we're in chapter 10. And then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spake, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him, Go to Noah, and tell him in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world. And again the Lord said to Raphael, bind Azazel, hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is in Dudael, and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face, that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth, that they may heal the plague, and that all the children of men may not perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. And to Gabriel the Lord said the Lord, proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication, and the children of the watchers from amongst men, and cause them to go forth. Send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battle. For length of days shall they not have. And no request that they, their fathers, i.e. their fathers, make of thee shall be granted unto their fathers on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life, and that each of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said unto Michael, go bind Simjazah and his associates, who have united themselves with women, so as to defile themselves with them in all their uncleanness. And when their sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them fast for 70 generations in the valley of the earth, till the day of their judgment and of their consummation, till the judgment that is forever and ever is consummated. In those days they shall be led off to the abyss of fire, and to the torment and the prison, in which they shall be confined forever. And whosoever shall be condemned and destroyed will from henceforth be bound together with them to the end of all generations, and destroy all the spirits of the reprobate and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil work come to an end, and let the plant of righteousness and truth appear. And it shall prove a blessing. The works of righteousness and truth shall be planted in truth and joy forevermore. And then shall all the righteous escape, and shall live till they begat thousands of children. In all the days of their youth and their old age shall they complete in peace. And then shall the whole earth be tilled in righteousness, and shall all be planted with trees, and be full of blessing. And all desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it, and the vine which they plant thereof shall yield wine in abundance. And as for all the seed which is sown thereon, each measure of it shall bear 1,000, and each measure of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil. And cleanse thou the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godlessness, and all the uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth, destroy from off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration and shall praise me, and all shall worship me. And the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement, and from all sin, and from all punishment, and from all torment. And I will never again send them upon it from generation to generation forever. And then we'll just stop there. So we'll start again in chapter 11. But the gentleman that I ordered the book from sent me a thank you note and a feather. So that's pretty cool, huh? Okay, so we'll be in chapter 11 next time we go into the book of Enoch. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as always, I love you.